Welcome back to PYJynJoy, Messages from the Divine, Pigeon Messages. And today, before we get started, let's clear the energy of the space. And then clear our minds and prepare for the message from the divine with 3 deep cleansing breaths. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling from the mouth. Again, first time, breathe in. Allow your eyelids to flutter closed. Your shoulders to drop as you exhale with a sigh. Again, inhale, feel your heart space expand as it's filled with this beautiful positive energy. And then exhale through your mouth, all negative thoughts, let those go away, disperse, poof. Once more, inhale deeply, pull in a little more air, hold it a little longer, clear your thoughts, and then slowly exhale with a full sigh. Envision all of the air in your lungs are just disappearing, all of that negative things, and then inhale and open your eyes. Greetings again. So, as I mentioned, this other reading I just did, I'm really excited about this deck. So I want to work some more with my spirit and animal guides deck. Let's see what it splits out to this time. Oh, we have a gazelle. 9 of fire, gazelle. 3 of air, rose-breasted crossbeak. I love animals, and I'm like, this deck is teaching me some new, and I've never heard of rose-breasted grosbeak. It won't be gross because it's not 2 S's, so grosbeak. Okay. 9 of fire, so that's about passion. Look at the gazelle leaping in Africa across the plain there. You have, or the savannah, let's say. You've worked hard, and what you've created is impressive and worthy of protecting. Annoying challenges may pop up, but don't worry. You'll get through them just as you have in the past. So you leap right over any challenge, you duck and dodge, use your horns, boop, boop, out of the way. And then 3 of air. We have sadness is a part of life. So she has this little birdie has its wing over another, but you don't have to endure it alone. You may need a little time to heal, but once you work your way through the emotions, you'll be stronger than before. And that's something that's important and touching to me too, because I've had a bit of losses since 2021 rather, with my dad, with my 2 little dogs that this is for, PYJynJoy, Ziggy and Ginger. 22 and 24, and then back before in 2008, my Bichon Josie. So that's PYJynJoy. But you can get through it. I'm getting through it, and you can heal your grief with support. So let's see what this message is going to bring for us today. We have support, the mental, we have creativity and dodging things. Let's see what the message from the divine wants to tell us, what this will come about. And this actually just popped out, so let's see. 6 of earth, another bird, a kiwi. So for those are for my New Zealanders out there. So this kiwi has a silver coin in its mouth, a feather. Oh, and the thing too, so messages, angel messages can also include feathers. So when you see a white feather or any type of feather, that's a little message from your angels letting you know that they are near. So just pay attention to what's happening before you see it, or as you're seeing it, and then that can give you an idea of what's the message for. So, Kiwi, your success and prosperity have allowed you to pay off debts. It's handy, it's like, here, take the money, take my money. Acquire wise loans, or receiving it, or receive a grant or scholarship. In return for these blessings, be sure to share the wealth with others through donations of time or money to reputable charities. Okay, so this little kiwi, perhaps he's in New Zealand somewhere on one of the grassy plains, because you have the mountains in the background. You have snow in New Zealand too, because it's mountainous, and you have a forest in the back. So 6 of earth, so 6 in numerology is all about birth. It's also about self-sacrifice, loyalty. Green is grounding. It's money, it's prosperous, it's abundance. So let's see what the message comes from here. The next card is the Chariot. That's funny. Now the horses are inside of the chariot. So they're like, we are going to be driven. 7. So 7 is about spirituality. It's about wisdom. It's about knowing what's going on, your intuition. Arabian horse, and I love horses too. So Arabian horses is absolutely gorgeous. You can successfully balance various or opposing energies at once through determination and focus. You've earned the rewards and recognition you're receiving. And that's why they can sit inside the chariot. They said, you know, we pulled you through the work. We helped you. We led you. We guided you. Now we're going to take a rest. We're going to ride inside this chariot because we deserve it. And that's the recognition that these 2 Arabian horses are getting. That's what you were getting. So it's seeming as though this is going to have to do with perhaps, again, maybe something with business that's going on, a partnership, because you have the 2 with the chariot and the horses. The chariot is also all about success and persevering, moving forward. You could charge at great speed, and it's also very agile. That's why the chariots were used particularly by the Romans in their war times. You have Queen of Fire, talented, brilliant, independent, charming, a Persian cat. So she's sitting on her throne with 2 little kittens. There's a sunflower that is also very peaceful. Don't underestimate your ability to manifest your dreams. You may have several priorities vying for your attention at once, but you can do it. And that's what this is about. So, okay, it's coming through now that this is going to be you doing manifestations. And that's very important. It's something that I've been working on. And I know, I'll give a side story. I lost like a ton of weight, and I just kept having these manifestations, fantasies of living this fabulous life. And so that helped me a lot. But anyway, it can work. You just have to put your mind to it, your mindset. So your mindset is right. And then you can have the success. You can have so much money that you can give it away as well. And you have 2 kittens, so you may be a good family life as well. But the Queen of Fire, that's all about creativity. It's about passion. You can manifest the dreams that you have for the life that you want. OMG, is a husky. 10 of air, Siberian husky dog. That was my first dog, Kaya. And also we had another family dog named Mystic. So both are huskies. They were this color as well, with blue eyes. So God bless them too. The end of a career path, project, or relationship brings feelings of mixed joy and sadness, relief and disappointment. Put aside your fears about these changes and trust that a brighter future awaits. So you may have finished something. You may have manifested a project or an idea. You may have manifested the life that you want. Whatever it is, your career, the job that you wanted, you may have manifested that. It may be ending right now because 10 of air, that's swords, so it's a lot of mental. But it doesn't mean that, and like especially with what this card is saying, it doesn't mean that it has to be negative. I like to look at more of the positive. I will give you straight up answers, no matter whether, because it's not whether you perceive them as bad or good. It's a matter of them being lessons either way, and to take that feeling and not really associate it with something being negative. So the 10 of swords in the traditional tarot, you're familiar with that, with these stabbing swords, but that's not something that you really have to necessarily worry about. It's just making sure that your mental is okay, and to acknowledge whatever emotions that you're having. You don't have to hide them away because of what you feel like, you know, oh, society, you shouldn't be seen crying or whatever, but just address your emotions and know that, like this little husky, he's a service dog. He has his little service vest. He has his leash in his mouth, and he's like, hey, let's go. And he's smiling. And he's also by his hydrant, so he took care of his business, and now he's ready to help. So you may need someone to support you, to guide you at this time as changes are happening that's really emotional for you, and you would just need to lean on someone who can help you. We have the moon again. We have the moon, number 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. So that's also endings, it's completions. You have the lynx is sitting on the side of a river, basking in the moonlight. It's important to trust your intuition, even if you're unsure of what's happening. And that goes back to the mental. You're not sure if things may have happened, may have changed, may have ended. It's a lot going on, but All will be revealed soon, so worry is unnecessary. So just know that the depths of these emotions, the moon is all about your emotions and how you're feeling deep inside. So in the depths of your emotions, just know that that may be happening, acknowledge it, recognize it, and address it, perhaps with some help, but it will be fine. Things are working out for you, and you should be able to relax and appreciate it. Page of Air, logical, truthful, curious, undiplomatic. So he's just like, you know what? I'm just going to take care of stuff. I'm going to just be this page, this young person, and just bust it up. Seagull, this is an intellectual challenge that calls upon your ability to think of a matching solution. So it's the mental, and you're trying to balance it. That's why it's a curious, it's logical, truthful, and you will, if helpful information is put to you bluntly, accept the message without being bothered by the messenger. So some people can be very forthcoming in their words and messages to you, and you just have to not let it bother you to the point that it stops you, because people will tell you straight up how it is. And sometimes you do need that, because if people sugarcoat everything, you won't learn what you need to from the situation that's going on. So it's something that's coming across as intelligent. You can look at this also as constructive criticism. If it's something not to accepting nasty criticism or harsh criticism, constructive is one thing, and that's what this is about. Constructive criticism, not someone judging or being harmful in the message that they're giving to you. And you need the balance. So with the emotions that are going on in you, the changes that are coming, this prosperity that you're having, you're manifesting. So as you're manifesting, be sure that you're staying balanced with things. So 4 is 14, so 1 plus 4 is 5. That's change. Because as things are changing, change can happen slowly, it can happen quickly. Changes you may not even recognize, and then you'll see ultimately it's happening. So you just need to balance like a zebra, that the stripes on the zebra, it doesn't look very balanced, but when they're running as a pack, as a herd rather, it's very mesmerizing, and that's what keeps them from being attacked by prey, because they can't distinguish one from the other. So by merging varying points of view, so they're merging as a herd to come as one, you can generate an extraordinary new idea. Compromise with others, working with your team, with your herd, and collaborate to discover a better solution. And that's the way you can do it. So with these thoughts, you may have some mental anguish that's going on, and someone may want to tell you like it is, but just you can compromise. You can listen to what they're saying and then take what they're saying. Just like with this message, it won't necessarily resonate with everyone, but for those it does, take what you can and learn from it. It's the same thing, finding that balance of what you can use and what you can't use, and rid yourself of what you can't. Knight of Air, some more horses. So decisive, focused, driven, impulsive. Thoroughbred horse. We went from Arabian horses to thoroughbreds. Get ready for progress to speed up. See, this again, things are happening quickly. This situation requires you to choose logic and intellect over emotion, and move your decisions quickly, and make your decisions quickly. So a thoroughbred is racing. You think of all of like the Kentucky Derby, the Belmont Stakes. Think of all the Preakness. Think of all of these thoroughbreds that are racing. Boom, they're charging. The jockeys on there. They're sprinting ahead. They're full out gallop. Okay, that's how things are going to come at you, and you just have to be sure that you can take it, believe it, but focus. Don't let the emotions and the turmoil get to you and get your thoughts stirring up. Just focus on what you need to do a piece at a time, and then you can get it. Choose it logically, be intellectual about it, meet with people that may help you to make the decisions, but you will have to make those decisions. So this reading is coming as more of a business. You're manifesting, you're making your dreams come true, all of the things that you're working on. There's some mental, but is also balanced out by these major life changes that's going on for you, and reminding you to balance things out, and you will have the success. So let's see what the bottom card says for us. We have 5 of Air, Collie Dog. Your current path isn't leading you toward the happiest possible outcome, so why not change it? Always maintain integrity and compassion, but be alert to the hidden agendas of others. And that's a warning you here. So with tarot, it gives you a barometer of what things are, and it lets you have these messages so you can determine what you need to do, because with your free will, you can change things as you will. So this is letting you know that there's something going on in this business that you're manifesting. There are those that you need to be mindful of and watchful of. And the decisions that you do make, and you're making these decisions quickly, don't be fearful that you can't change your mind. There can always be change that happens. That's what the risk is with business. You have to make these decisions, go with it, and if it doesn't work, pivot. Don't give up, just pivot. And know that you can maintain integrity and compassion. They're playing with a pull toy between them. And you just have to have this back and forth. Maybe it's with your partner and someone is trying to tell you something that you don't necessarily agree with. And you're like these two little dogs. That may be play, but it also is control. And ultimately, you want to have a balance in the control that you have with this partnership, with this business that you're doing. Let's see what else we have. We have a Page of Earth. Page of Earth is telling you there's some money coming in, that you can be cheerful, you're intelligent, you're a bit mischievous, and that goes with this playing. So just be mindful of what's happening around you, and what people are saying and what people are doing. Let's see if there's another card we can pull that can give some more clarity to the message. Queen of Earth, thoughtful, caring, creative, ingenious. A Belgian hair, so she has her crown on with two little bunnies. And you will be given advice that's both practical and creative, and it should be followed precisely. Focus only upon the positive in every situation or person. And that goes back to what we were saying here with this card, saying that someone may not be very diplomatic in the way that they talk, or the ideas that they give you, or their message that they have. You may have a bit of tug of war there with your partner, but ultimately you are going to get some good advice that will be practical and creative, back to the creativity, and it will be successful. You have the green of the earth, of the abundance, of prosperity, and it will work out. So let's pull the divination deck and see what message will come from here. Oh, popped it open, and we have transformation. So you're going through a change. It's a new beginning. 3 and 1 is 4, so that's preparing, that's the planning, that's the stage that you're doing now with figuring things out. When you're manifesting, you'll come through as a new way, a new beginning for you. You have the wisdom. 5 is, once you finish the planning, 5 gives the changes. So you have the wisdom, the little dog here as well. You're coming to get help from people that can, rather you're offering help or someone is giving you help that can give you the wisdom. And that goes back to the messages that people are giving you. That will be advice that's both practical and creative. And that's what you're getting. You're learning from whatever this manifestation is, this idea that you're coming up with, the life that you're trying to lead. It's all coming together because you have the support of someone who can guide you to give you that wisdom. So let's see what other card may come up with this to further enhance the message. Truth, 2. So 2 is duplicity. 2 is dual. 2 is looking and reflecting, self-reflection. It's back to balance as well. And you balance as the scales are balancing. And with truth, you will get the truth. And that's what this is telling you, that you will get some truth from someone, that they will help you. It may not come across the way that you want it to, but look at the positive in it, because the information that they are offering will be intelligent as well as useful, that can help you with your manifesting, that can help you to get your dreams and your goals and your vision to come to life. That's what you need to focus on, because you will have victory and success. Success, the Chariot. 6, so 6 is about birth. So you're bringing forth this new manifestation, this new way of life. It will be victorious. You will stand at the edge of a cliff and just trumpet your happiness, your joy that's coming about, this new way for you. It will be so fabulous that the sun bursts forth and you can just revel in the power of the sun, the power of positivity and the manifestation of your dreams. So let's see. On the bottom, transformation came again. So that's pretty much the message for you. You're trying to manifest a new way of being, a new lifestyle, a new career. There's messages of business, career, just your overall lifestyle, getting the prosperity that you want, getting the wisdom that you need with the help from someone else who can guide you in the way that you need to for your dreams to come true. So perhaps you may get a life coach, and I happen to be a life coach, so I hope this message is helping you, and to go forward and be successful. So let's see what crystal will help with this as well. And with crystals, I love crystals. I've done crystals since my very first one, an Apache tear back in the day that when you hold it up, it's black, but it's clear. And I was in pre-kindergarten, I think it was, and going to the museum at that time was the Museum of the Indian up in New York. So the thing is that it is a way of, the story behind it basically was that the Apaches came to a cliff, they were driven off, and as they fell, when they landed, they turned into these little tears of the wives that came by to see their families, and those are the tears, those are the Apache tears. So anyway, that took me to a long path of crystals. So for this message, we have malachite. It's a time to transform. Wow. Let's pull this up. So transformation, malachite, and that is wonderful. So that goes to what we're saying. You have all of this beautiful green, the prosperity, green in the pictures, the victory and success. So you will have this transformation. You will be able to manifest that life that you want. You will emerge like a butterfly from a chrysalis and just blossom. Think of this is spring, this is April. Think of as the plants and the flowers are coming up, you see little tendrils of green coming out of the earth, green again. You can transform because you blink and the next thing you see will be some peas, or the next thing you see will be some flowers. That's what this is. So get a little piece of malachite, would be lovely for you. Hold it as you are doing this visualization. Do a meditation with it. You can hold it in your pocket. Maybe you get a piece that's a necklace, a pendant, and that will remind you about your transformation and to be joyful about it, to know that it will be victorious and successful. That's the message for you today. And I do hope that you have all of your dreams come true, that these messages have helped you to get an idea of where you are and what will help you, give you the strength to move forward. And even if you have a bit of a conflict with someone, just take from this message what you will and learn from that. So if you like this video, if it resonated with you, I'd be so kind, and thank you so much, to like it, to share, to subscribe, hit the notification button so you know when there are more messages coming out from PYJynJoy. That would be a great way to stay in touch, and write some comments. I would love to hear what you say, what your manifestations are, what your goals, what your dreams are, and then we can work together. Hope to see you soon.